He locked the door, and then he said to me, but then you can't leave me like this. Nalwena, we have to robale like, but I mulatele ko bai. I can feel like I can feel as soon as Kikela Motrixim Bamfunela Barra. She's no more. But Bashimani, they take it. Whether you give it to them or not, they will take it. So I decided to give it. Whoever wanted to sleep with me, it's okay. Let's do it.
Let me introduce to you the new kid on the block. Mel La Vie is a new skincare range that recently launched. It is for face and for body. We deal with hyperpigmentation, anti-aging, wrinkles, natural glow. We also deal with dark inner areas. We target dark inner thighs, dark armpits, dark neck, dark elbows, dark knees, you name it. We also have a shaving combo. This shaving combo deals with ingrowns and shaving bumps. Both men and women can use this good quality product shaving range. We've got good actives in our product from glycolic acid, hyaluronic acid, kojic acid, and many more. You can contact us on the WhatsApp number that is popping on the screen, or you can reach out to us on all our social media platforms. We are here for all your skin needs. Hi everyone, welcome to Own Narrative Podcast by myself, Promise Makunyane. This podcast, it's about marriage and family dynamics. You know, if you'd like to be a guest on my podcast, you need to write to us on the email address that is popping on the screen. Do not forget to put your number, preferably your WhatsApp number, so that we contact you once we vet your story. Guys, we do have a sister podcast. It's called The Working Wife, The Working Woman Podcast. That podcast airs on Sundays at 6 p.m. and it's really about women working, women inspiring each other to work. I always say it's good to have a man do stuff for you, but it's much more better if you can also do stuff for yourself. This particular podcast that you are watching now, it airs on Wednesdays at 1 p.m. And both podcasts, they air on the same channel, which is this channel, which is Own Narrative Podcast. Guys, take this moment to subscribe. We are trying to reach 100K by my birthday, which is in June. So please get us there. Last year, I said before the year end, and Larikai, we are not coming. So I'm still saying, please let's reach 100K by June. It will be a birthday gift from you to myself. It's absolutely free to subscribe. I think people think that you pay, but it's absolutely free. And you guys, 80% of you guys come back to my channel to watch my podcast, but you don't subscribe. I don't know why. Do we have beef? Come forward, only beef. Anyway, guys, I'm going to read this beautiful guest message and we'll take it from there. And the reason why I'm reading it is because it is packed. Yeah? So actually introduce yourself first and I'll read your story. Tell us who you are and what you do.
Unjani?
Hi, Konanjan. Are you Zulu?
Good. No, I'm Sotho actually.
Okay.
But I love Zulu. And it's Zulu better, but I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm Sotho. My name is Tshidi. I grew up in small farm around Everton. Small farm, it's a small town near Everton. It's in Vaal. So yeah, I'm Tshidi from Vaal.
You're Tshidi from Val. Tshidi, you wrote to us, and I'm just going to read your message, your email. You said, I was raped at the age of 17 and fell pregnant. I was miserable not knowing that was God's way of protecting me. That pregnancy/rape was a blessing. I gave birth to a beautiful baby girl, unaware that she was actually an angel. She was not one of this world. She became my mom and protected me in everything. The pregnancy actually protected me because while I was pregnant and miserable, all my friends were clubbing and doing all sorts of things. 2 years after my daughter was born, they all, 11 of them, you're speaking about your friends, died from HIV and AIDS related diseases, and I'm the only one who survived. She protected my daughter, meaning her daughter. She protected me again when I was held hostage for 4 days and raped. She protected me when I was married and abused. She protected me when I tried to poison my ex-husband. She protected me when a group of guys were chasing me at 1 a.m. at an unknown place. She protected me when I tested HIV negative after being HIV positive for 7 years.
Yes.
Ma'am,
That's true.
you have went through so much.
And it's not even half of it. It's not.
Tshidi.
Because I decided, you know what, let me not scare these people
Yes.
and write everything, but it's a lot. That's why at the end of the email I said, Kuningi.
Yes.
Kuningi. I went through the most.
The most. Tshidi.
But what I like is God. You know God, ne? Promise God has a way of dealing with things.
Yeah.
A way that Tina Abantu we don't see, we don't even understand. And by trying to understand God's ways,
Yeah.
either uzohlanya or you won't believe ukuthi God is there because you are busy trying to understand his ways. So for me, I feel like you should just let God be. Yeah. Let him do his job. Let him do what he called you to be. Just let him be in your life, you know. Don't try to understand God.
Sure. I'm glad that you are saying that, but obviously you are saying that now. But when you were going through this,
I couldn't take it. I didn't understand ukuthi, like what's happening. First of all, I was this child, ne? I was very, very bubbly.
Yeah.
I was a dancer, a ballroom dancer.
Okay.
Yes, and I loved dancing. I started dancing when I was 9 years old, so I loved it with all my heart. And as I grew older, I think I was 13 or 14, I was introduced to modeling. You know, ekasi, we do a contest.
Contests.
Yes, so you'll be Miss What, Miss Soccer Club,
Yeah.
Miss High School, Miss What, and Miss What. So I was like Miss Everything in my kasi. So everybody knew me.
You were that girl.
I was that girl, you know. I was that girl, and my mom always said, Uguti, your body is nice, and you are the way you are, and then for you to reach far, stay away from boys. So she will scare me. Uguti, hey, when I go play with boys, and then your body will just fade, you know.
Oh.
So I was scared of boys. But then, because I was the it girl, at school, I had so many friends.
Yeah.
Create being a ngaphakathi. And remember those years, I'm talking about 96, 97.
Gays were not
popular like now. So if ikrupienu in a gay, it means
you are the
you
are that group.
You are born. And then besinabantu laba abadlala netball, yabona ama-police we netball. So kule crew yethu you will find every sort of child or person or a character lapho.
Yes.
So yeah, and I was happy, man. I was enjoying my life. But the funny part, all my friends were already engaging homosexual activities.
Okay.
And mina, and I was judgmental. On top of that, being no, why are you sleeping with boys, Luna? Like, why? At that time, we were doing grade 10.
Yeah.
So already they're sleeping around. And as if it's nothing. And then I will judge them every day. Hey, man, you can't be doing that. You can't be doing that. So as Nationality, I was a model. Ne? So there's this friend of mine. So she asked me one time, man, I'll start a contest. Contest. So you need your support so that body tips and what. I get okay. Salon. But before Rias Salon, there was this guy, ne? This guy, the way everybody his sense of style or dress code. So I knew there was this guy who's always wearing these tracksuits, and a certain type of a cap. And this guy is always watching me. And then I took it like, and now I have a boyfriend.
Yes.
Even though my boyfriend, we were all really dumb, really
and not active sexually.
We were not even thinking about sex or talking about it, even kissing, Jay. We were not even doing that. So this guy who's always standing there by my gate, I don't even take him serious. I'm like, okay. And remember, at that time, like, such anything who stalker and all of
Yeah.
that. I didn't know Ronald to be done.
stalker.
Was stalker. Sharp. So ke feletse this friend of mine who ya mo sekolong sa bona. A re fihla sharp he. Ke kopana le this guy. This one, oh, very smart, like he's very formal, smart, and ha qala bua le nna ne. This person knows me, knows every move about me. He knows hore ha ke tswa sekolong ke ya kae. And then this is the first time ke mmona motho a ke motse.
Yeah.
But then he knows everything
About you.
about me. Hore ke kena sekolo kae, ke tswa nako mang, ha ke tswa ke ya dancing kae, ke ya ka matsatsi a feng, ke tsamaya le mang. So because I was young, I thought, se ke na le fan. And I was happy, at least somebody wa o nkella hloohong nna.
Yeah.
I'm thinking hore ke na le fan, o kila bona. And le ka April 1998. I think the whole day, near towards the whole day, the 27. Yeah, in Friday, what thing, about the 25, 24. So, sharp, I think he told me his name, but I, as Then the following week, it was on Monday, it was a holiday, at the 27th. Tuesday, we went to school, and then during lunch, this guy kuna thing happened. And then still he's wearing those formal and white.
Yeah.
And then we started talking. Nikia mo shopong, some of the friends, all my friends are shopong lunch. Then we started talking to this guy. I was excited talking to him, even though I didn't even know his name. We started talking, and then I started saying. So that time I was holding a book, a textbook. As I'm talking to this guy, we are standing outside the shop, and then one of my friends calls me, "Oh, Rehonna, can't you know what are you eating? What do you want to eat? Must I order something for you?" So I said to this guy, "Tara buka eso." Then I went inside the shop. Coming out, the guy was nowhere to be found with my book. But then it's okay. I agnandab, and I'm like, okay, he will bring it. Since he knows where I stay, he will bring my book. It's on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. This guy at home. Where's this guy? Where's my book? Because I need to use this book. Fine. And then during lunch again, this guy kuna watla, but it's not like hana book ayaka lena. And I'm asking him, where's my book? I don't know. Na kidula mo around, just around the corner. So we can go and fetch your book.
Yeah.
And I asked all my friends, can somebody accompany me so that we can go and fetch my book? All of them refused. All 11 of them refused because we were 12. All 11 of them said, no, we can't.
Yeah.
And I'm explaining, Mara, this guy stays just here. By the time the orders are on a we will be back.
Yeah.
But no, we can't. All of them. So I went there with this guy, just the two of us. When we got there, we found his sister doing a washing outside. 2 minutes later, the sister's nowhere to be found. And then I'm like, okay, bring my book because I need to go back to school and lunchtime. So I still need to eat. I don't know what happened, but he closed the door. He locked the door. And then he said to me, but then you can't leave me like this. Nalwena, we have to like.
Oh my God.
You know, it was around 11 o'clock in the morning. I fought with that guy. We fought like nobody's business. I fought with him with everything that I have until around past 4. And I said, you know what, God? Let him do whatever that he wants to do because I'm tired. I've been fighting. I was wearing a grey pants and a white school t-shirt. So my t-shirt, my shirt was torn. O it abuse this shirt. But it abuile. So I'm trying to just as long as I get then my pants. it abile fela zip, but everything was fine. But then the funny part, this is the funny part, the part that I've tried to avoid talking about because I thought nobody's going to believe me. I thought no one is going to believe that. The funny part is that I was a virgin. Even though I didn't know a lot about sex, but I knew that Maui vision, first time, it must hurt. Or at least there must be blood or something. We knew that. I knew that. But now, I don't feel like there was any penetration. Because physically, I don't feel like Lomunto touched, penis touched my vagina. You know, I didn't feel like that. But at the end of the day, here I am, all over. Ne?
Did you faint?
No, I didn't. I didn't faint. So, but ne? So, I'm assuming, okay, it's on a dispermency because this is my first time.
Oh my God.
But, Mara, how come? Because I don't remember.
I don't feel anything.
I don't feel anything like people saying what you should feel 1, 2, 3. Except the pain that I was feeling from fighting him, you know. I was tired. My body was tired from fighting, but not from the actual
Penetration.
the penetration. Yes. So I went home. And when I got home, my mom was a stay-at-home mom. We had a tech shop in the yard. So it was always open. It was my mom ran that
Tech shop. Yeah.
So my mom will always be home. But that day, I got home just before 5 p.m. When I got home, there was no one. But the door was open. Then I got inside the house. It's 5 of us. I've got 4 siblings. But no one was at home. I was by myself. So meaning, God wanted me to be alone so that I can clean up the mess, so that nobody knows, nobody sees what something happened.
Okay.
So I managed to take the shirt and throw it away because vele unamasheta maling. And then
The trousers.
the trouser yami, kai hlatswa ne, and then kai aneya. My mom came back, and I think the following day or 2 days later, she asked me, and I'm like, no, I can say, and then, whatever, just like that. So nobody saw me that day. And then 2 months later, I'm not seeing my period.
Yeah.
And I can't tell anyone. I haven't told anyone. Even one of my friends, I haven't. But I started withdrawing from them. I started isolating myself because remember, I'm the one who's judging them every day. So now here I am, you know?
Yeah.
So 2 months later, I took one of these friends. So I took one of them and said, you know what, accompany me, let's go. I want to see someone. That person broke my bracelet, so I want him to pay. Remember, I don't even know this guy's name. We went there to his house. I don't know. Lucky enough, he was standing outside. Sure. So I went to him. Oh, before that, after that incident, after raping me, I think he knew that I don't know him. I know the clothes, not him. Because he changed and wear those tracksuits that I know him of. And then he was laughing and saying, Oti, you think the whole day, every day, and then you don't even take notice of me. And I'm like, okay, so this is the guy who's always standing by my gate. Oh, and it's fine. 2 months later, I went there with a friend.
Yeah.
And I said to him, you know what? I haven't seen my period. It's been 2 months now. And you're the only guy that I have been with or that I have done the dates with. If maybe I should call it that.
Yeah.
And then he laughed and said to me, Awena, don't tell me that. And I'm like, I don't even understand. Or
What you're saying.
What are you saying? I don't even understand. Oh. And then he laughed at me and said, go find your
baby daddy.
Your baby daddy and leave me alone. So I went home, cried, and I managed to hide my pregnancy for about 8 months. The whole 8 months, nobody knew. It was only me and my diary. I was writing everything down. Now everything, and now I'm alone with no friend at all. And I'm still going to school. But a lot has changed. No more dancing, no more friends, nothing. It's just me and my book, my diary now. And then I was 8 months, 2 weeks when my mom noticed, or somebody told her, I don't know, but she asked me, Tshidi, you can't do what's going on. What's happening? You are always wearing a jersey. What's wrong? Baban, Karen, I can say, but you feel dizzy, you feel, and remember, while I was pregnant, alone, crying, miserable, I will take every pill. I will take, the Laxa. Remember those laxative, the green and yellow ones? Mamela, I will take a whole pack, drink a whole pack, thinking, or no, I can't have this child. I can't have this baby. I don't even know who abortion is to a guy. That time we didn't have information. So, and then my mom said, okay, let's go to a doctor because you've been crying about not feeling okay, headache and what. So let's go see a doctor. We went there. And when we got there, the doctor said, this person is pregnant. And actually, she is due in 2 weeks' time. And my mom almost fainted. Yo, Mama Are, kanjani, because now I wanted to do abortion. And the doctor was like, you are very late.
Very late.
Lo muntu uyaphila, mutho waphila, kamo har. So, and then as disappointed as she was, but she doesn't know the story. She's just disappointed as a mom.
Or you were sleeping around.
You, Tshidi, when I trusted you so much, when you had a bright future like you had. And then fine, I had my daughter, and then they were asking me, who's the father? Every time when they were asking me, I will start crying. I will just cry. I will just cry until they decided not to ask me anymore. And then they lived with my daughter, and then she was beautiful. She was beautiful, but the sad part, she looked like her father.
Sure.
She looked like that guy. Every time when I look at her, because I'm the only one who knows the father, I will just see
him,
But that didn't stop me from loving my daughter.
Yeah.
I loved her so much. I went back to school when she was 9 days. But then after 3 months, I dropped out. Because every time I would go home, go lunch, and then never come back to school.
Yeah.
So I felt, Mara, I'm wasting my time because I only go to school in the morning. After lunch, half day. After lunch, I can't anymore. I'm like, no, I'm not leaving my child alone. I'm not. And so I dropped out. And then when I dropped out, remember now we're doing grade 11. My friends continued grade 11. And then when we were doing grade 10, that time when I was raped, we heard about a school, Mojobek, a Saturday school, Mojobek, and then Banalidi holiday classes for business and maths and accounting and all of that. So we all wanted to attend that school. And then I spoke to my father, and no, I will give you money at the end of the month. So he was supposed to give me money at the end of April. And then I was raped, body 25, body 20, the 30, so body 29, I get
March.
29 April. And he was supposed to give me money during that week. That school, I get. And then because something happened to me, I decided not to ask him for that money. I even forgot. I'm supposed to get money to attend school. And Leon, as a parent, the parents right after, especially when it comes to
I also keep quiet.
Yes, so my father kept quiet. That's how the school sharp.
So then, your 11 friends, you also mentioned the 11 friends that eventually died of HIV-related diseases.
This is where they got the disease. Like I'm telling you, Oti, we were supposed to attend a school like Joburg. And then I didn't go because now I have a daughter. And then Bona, they went to school for the whole year, when they were doing grade 11. Now they are doing grade 11. And then now I'm at home. I'm a mom. I'm at home. Ke hodisa ngwana while they are busy attending the school. Until while they are attending the school, they started dealing with the Nigerians and everything. They started, living the life now. Because now I was at home, so they started living their lives. Ba club, ba di clubong, ba all sorts of things. Bali busy, ne? Then, when they were doing grade 12, I went back to school. Now I'm doing grade 11. So I understand and we are no longer in the same league.
And
We are no longer- they are the ones gossiping about me. So they did their matric. And then now when I was doing my matric, I think that's when the problem started with them.
Yeah.
They felt like, I don't know, like flies or what, I don't know. When my daughter turned 2 or 3, they were all gone. Gone, all of them.
So that's how you're saying your child saved you.
She saved me because Lena, I was supposed to be
Gauteng.
there. Ke ile Gauteng le bona, and who knows ho ya ka Gauteng le nna ne tlo fitla ke etsang. Because yes,
Makes
I was
sense.
a child back home,
Yeah.
listening to my mom. But when your mom is not there, when no one is watching, who knows hore le nna nka be ke le one of them. Because
Yeah.
today, I'm the only one living. 25 years later,
Wow.
I'm the only one
Living.
from that group of friends.
So you speak about your child also saving you in your marriage. When do you get married now? Who do you get married to?
I got married 2011. This guy, I met this guy. He was loving and everything. And at that time, I had already,
Okay.
I had 2 kids already. So I met this guy and we fell in love. We were fine. And before Answer Mahadi and all of that, we went to Home Affairs and signed.
Yeah. Is he South African?
Yes, behind our parents' back. And then we went there and we signed and we were fine. But then this guy started abusing me. He was so abusive in a way that he will just slap me out of nowhere. He will just beat me up because unajola like nobody's business. Unajola everywhere, this guy. Ne? Unajola, and he was not even hiding it because the side chicks will come, Montlum, Banoke. I remember this one time, this girl, he was working with, ne? So this lady, actually, because she was older than me, she one time came to our house and she knocked and said to me, we need to sit down. Because now I see that we are sharing motho. Like, ke motho wa rona o. So let's sit down like adults and talk about this. I want this man to make me his second wife. And he said to me, I must talk to you. So we're now ring. And I'm like, okay, you know what? You guys are doing whatever that you're doing. Momoli is and thing. Do not involve me. Do not. You know that lady, ne? Yeah, I'm talking about that woman. Sometimes she will knock, ne? Maybe around 9, 10 at night. She will just knock and say, like my husband will open the door. Should I come in or are you coming out? Because I'm here to see you.
Like really
Yo,
side chick.
Mamela, my husband will leave me mopeteng in the morning and go to that lady's house. I feel like I'll pick up at that lady I'm mosebetsing. I don't about that lady sekolong. Then after that, that's when he will come back and take my kids to school. After doing, by the way, he was driving the woman's car. And the car, I don't know how I allowed that, but I did. Until I couldn't take it anymore. I must not even ask him anything. You know, he will be sitting like I'm sitting right now, and he will be busy with his phone. I get checking the whatever that this woman sent him.
Yeah.
And then he will show me, Are, basadi ba robala ba le so. And at that time, these people are wearing lingeries and everything. I get they're sending
Yes.
motho wa bone. Are basadi ba robala ba le so.
Yes.
When now utla bo apere di tight di what. And I'm like, but why don't you just tell me hore mamela add something.
Yes.
Don't do that. And then this one time the abuse was too much. It was very, very deep, ne? Because this one time I was doing my nails. Go tropong. My daughter, I think, she was only 3 months. Now we had a child, Lily, this
Little guy.
husband, yes. So my daughter was only 3 months. I was doing my nails there. And he knew that I'm going to town to do my nails. And he knew, my nails, where do I do my nails? He knew everything. And he is, passing with a lady now. And he's carrying the girl's bag and they're holding hands. They're wearing T-shirts, like heaven. And then this one. And I just looked at him and continued doing my business. I don't know what happened. He turned. And as he turned, he came to me straight. He started beating me up. Mamela, he Moshimane ole anchapa, anshapa, like I was so. And then kapamisa mauto. It was a movie.
Mohare ga batho.
And then anshapa Moshimane unshapela. Why am I not asking him anything? I can see that he's passing with a lady, but then I'm not even asking him anything. That means, Linda, I'm dating this guy who's doing my nails.
Oh my God.
And then, I couldn't. Then this one time, I said, you know what? I'm tired because every time when I try to leave him, he will come back and beg me. I leave this guy. I will just pack my bags and go back home today.
Yes.
Before the end of today, he will be back there, begging me, telling me the way he's so sorry, he needs me, he can't live without me, and all of that. I get so and go back. So I'm like, you know what? The only way out of this marriage is if this person dies. So I woke up. It was on Friday. I said to him, "Bana haba skolong. Please drop them at my mom's place." And then, what's that? This person, Usebeza 4 days, 2 days, and then 2 nights.
Okay.
So when he was working 2 days, usually this is what he will usually do. I feel like mom he will call me and says, okay, around 9, okay, Mamela, I must not say or shopo. He knew it takes 3 minutes from here to the garage. It takes only 3 minutes. So you can't be there for 10 minutes.
Oh my God.
It doesn't matter the line was long or the queue was long or people were doing. No, it doesn't matter. For him, you will take 3 minutes to go. And the only thing that you'll go and buy at the garage, it's bread. Only bread. There's no way you'll say, today, let me go buy some chocolate. No. He will come and buy it for you. Or he will take you to town and then you will buy the chocolate. So now I'm tired. And I said to him, you know what? After school, just take my kids to my mom's. Because now I just want to rest for the weekend. I was sharp. Go see him. I said,
yeah.
Immediately after Sabana school, because usually he calls me around 9. So I'm like, okay, if I want to go somewhere, let me quickly go as
Before
early as
9.
now. So that by the time he calls, because when he calls and he suspects how come he suspects how come he'll just say, take a picture of a remote control. I want to say, take a picture of a broom. Show me. Because the video call at that time is popular. I show me take a picture of something. So I had to go there
earlier.
And I'm like, okay, we stay in Vanderbilt Park. I can't go and buy in Vanderbilt Park. I must take a taxi to Vereeniging. At least because I'm going there to buy halipirimi. I went there as early as 7:30, 8 o'clock. When I got there, yes, but they're setting their stuff. I feel like no man. And this guy, he's a friend of my sister's husband. So I'm like, no man, abuti ke batla help him. Are Tshidi taba tse di a hlopane. O batle mo senje. Ke re abuti, if you can just give me 2 packs, I'll be fine. And I'll be out of here. I'm paid 2 packs. Ke ye taxi. A ke fitla mo ntlong, ke pay, ke re stew. Firstly, ke se ska ra cold drink because ona rata Coke. Hi, no man. What if, because the smell was too much.
Okay.
What if why you look a smell or mara Coke ya sharp? Hey, ke pay stew. Ke pay stew.
Spice tsela di tlo
Spices tsena se tlo di tlo mo detanyana a ska tseba hore
go nkgame mo.
yo, then ke tshele ka mohle. Ke memela a khutle mosebetsing. Late, okay. Ke mo disha pele. Wena ha o je? A nna ke sharp. A nna ke sharp ke jele. Ke right wena eja. As he was eating, I'm like, every 2 minutes nzike. Ka mo sheba hore hona le something e hetsahalang.
Movement.
Is he dying or what? Ke ntse ke mo sheba ne, ke ntse ke mo sheba. Mara just person hana next. And then ra robala the whole night. Hana next motho.
Ana bothata.
Halle ka mala, halle ka next. Hey man, in the morning no matter, maybe this thing inka now go sebetsa one. During the day, and he was off. During the day, nje motho o normal. Thing is happening.
Yes.
Then I went home on Sunday to fetch my kids. I went home. When I got home, my daughter was sitting there watching TV. And she just, the funny part, she will always know, without me telling her, she will always know which something is wrong. And she will point it straight, like, Tshidi, what did you do? What's that thing? And I'm like,
What is she talking about?
Yes. I don't know. Ke na le feeling ya hore hona le ntwe sa tsamayeng sharp. Let's talk about it. Ke re bua kang. And kana go elene ne ke soka ke ba aware hore this person hona le dintho tse di tsebang tse nna ke sa di tsebeng tse kapo wa di lora kapo wetsa ne ke se aware.
Okay.
So o mpotsa o gonna Tshidi, what happened? Ke re what happened? Or opa kae? Ke re opa ke my ex-husband. Or opa kae? Ke go opa ka tlong. A re se ena la tileng bana. Ke ga man ke ne ke need outswa ka tlong hobane ke re ne ke need some fresh air, so that's why ke tlileng ka tlo itatela bana ba ka. Okay. But Tshidi tlo ya tonkong. Just like that. She said, what's out ya tonkong? And o tlo sia bana ba hao. Because of monna o ka nnang wa mosia. A re mamela, that guy o re rekela the expensive clothes. He takes care of us.
That's your mom.
No, my
Your
daughter. That guy, he takes care of us because he buys us clothes and everything. And luena, wa pesa. Because mutho le nang ka pesa ne ke apara smart ne ke dula ntlong e hantle, like everything was
Nice.
But na, I need you. Bana ba ba hao, they need you. And they need you alive. They need you here. It's in behind bars. And ke re o bua kang? I don't know. I'm just saying, or whatever that you're doing, stop it because o tlo tshwarwa. And bana ba tlo hloka. So wena make sure hore wa tswa ka re lenyalo le. So I'm like, heaven. And then I told my husband. But before telling him, I told my mom. I tried to do 1, 2, 3. My mom said, no, Tshidi. Go and pack your bags.
Like,
come back home. I'll come back home. We can't let that guy change you. Because now you are becoming something that you are not. I don't know, we can't.
Come back home.
I'll come back home. Then I went home to my house now. And I told my ex-husband.
What you did?
Yes, I said to him, remember, Friday was as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He says, and the stupid me. Even the evidence was still there. I did it.
Wait, debate.
I was not even thinking clearly.
Yes.
The plastic is and then life carried on. So I told him, I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He was crying. I told him, so you wanted to kill me? And I was saying, honestly, like, before hoba wese, because state such like se ke reachitse level e nngwe e le gore le nna ga ke understand ne se ke le toxic le nna ke se ke le toxic ka tsela e nngwe e le gore I don't even understand or how did I get there. You understand? So my daughter saved me from that marriage.
That's so powerful.
From that poison, because had she not said anything, Lina, I was gonna keep quiet. I was not gonna tell them Hore Kenze 1, 2, 3, 5 because I thought it's my secret.
And you would still be in the marriage.
And I'll still do more because now the Hali pyramid didn't work. I will go and find something.
Next stage.
I will go and find something else. And then I went back to the guy. And I said to him,
yeah.
And I don't know. First and first, I don't know.
Yeah.
So I gave you fake. Kabom.
Waka.
Are ku feel fake.
Na ko le na go bona le mo sefatlhegong o wa se ditweba o.
Ke nahana jalo ke nana o mpone le ena hore o lana o befile like o kwatile o na le something sa mtswagana. Ku feel fake ke na le fake le original. Ku feel fake because le ha ditweba tsa hao e ka ba tse kgolo bo bokae. There's no way you tlo ka 7 from Vanderbilt Park to Vereeniging. O tlo batla Halpirin are o no batla wetsang ka yona. O bone jang go ditweba di sho. Ka gae. Leave it. Gawana it's fine. It's fine. So just let's leave it like that.
Wow.
Yo.
So then you went on and said, so now we're just unpicking the points that you've put, that your doctor also saved you from or protected you from being held hostage. Tell us about you being hostage.
It was, I did my matric. Okay, before that, when I did my matric, and then, before, let me tell you, Oti. Did I tell you, Oti, I forgave her father.
Okay.
I forgave her father.
La reconcile.
Yes. When my daughter was 5 months, I still don't know the guy's name. My daughter is now 5 months. And then, I think my mom noticed, and then one time, she stole my diary. I looked for that diary for about 3 days. I bala, mama. And then one time, it was called on diary, and my mom is sitting there, my sister, and my cousin. So, and my mom just said to me, is this thing true? And I cried. I cried because remember everyone more area nyaron was assuming hore ke na le ngwana le ntatwa next door because tatwa next door nang rata apparently.
Okay.
And then o mong yena no una le ngwana le ntatwa hae ona le ngwana le mang. Like people were saying things because nobody knew my baby daddy.
Yeah.
So now my diary ke le mo jutseng teng. And my mom asked me, didn't you know what you're doing now? I couldn't tell anyone because in myself, next understand what happened. And then, so there was a friend of my sister's who used to come to my house. And every time when she was there, she loved my daughter. She loved Sandy very much. So every time when she was there, she will just pick up my daughter, carry her, and she'll be a mother to my daughter. Nakira didn't know what's happening. Kanti, she's dating the guy. So every time when she's holding my daughter, she'll be saying, until it got to me, because
nobody knows.
Nobody knows. And Mara, she's telling the truth. And then I think she spoke to my sister because they were friends. And then they brought it to my mom, who now asked me, because and then this whole thing felt like the guy now started the trip again. Now he started again. Yes, he started again now. And then the girlfriend, so eventually, this guy is always here. So I think you need to forgive him and give him a chance and then let him explain or what happened and why. Because now when how much chance or abu anything and we can see or this guy is always here. I can see lo moshimane wa batho kena sekolo kae. Ke mmona fela ke ntse di grey pants a ke tsebe ka pontso kena sekolo ka po etsalang ka wena ne. And then now the girlfriend kena a pushang this whole thing or moshimane onana a be part of my daughter's life and then everybody must know hore ntatong ona ke mang wa bana like girlfriend ke ene ka ra ditaba until one time ke tswa sekolong I'm refusing to forgive this guy. I'm refusing to give him even a slightly chance a bone le ngwana ka ne. So one time ke tswa sekolong ha ke re mama o emile le moshimane ona ka ntle ba eme ka ntle. That was before ke drop out.
Yeah.
So ba emile moshimane ona ka ntle moshimane o tshwere ngwana ka ne yo ka fila ka phamola ngwana ka kena ka tlung ke re o tshwere ke ntho le etsang every time ke le sekolong ngwana nana moshimane o tshwara ngwana ka me ka re one day ngwana o tlo botsa ka ntate wa hae and you will have to explain what happened. So, and for you to heal, for you to move on, you need to forgive him. Forgive him.
For the sake of one.
For the sake of one and for the sake of your peace. Then I tried to forgive this guy. I tried. Until, yes, I forgave him.
Yeah.
After months. And then we started dating. Now we are dating because once had these people who were calling me names, who were saying, I just want to show them more. And the guy was only 2 years older than me. Yes. So, and he was good looking, by the way. So, no, whatever that you guys were saying, but I don't love the guy. I don't want to be with the guy. But I'm just with him so that I can prove
a point.
I can prove a point. And then my virginity broke. Because I believe that was the time my virginity broke, because everything that was supposed to happen the first time, now, it happened now. After, I think my daughter was 1 or 2 months or 3 months. That was when I slept with the guy. And then now,
you could
the
feel
bleeding and the whole thing that people were telling me about, this is now happening. And I'm like, okay. So I can't tell people, I was still a virgin. Because I was a virgin,
how did you fall pregnant then? Or how do you think you fell pregnant?
I also didn't understand until, I think, I'm happy that you're asking me that question, because that was the thing that made me scared to talk about my story.
Okay.
Because I thought no one is going to believe me, this guy didn't penetrate me. But I fell pregnant. So until, I think years ago, I was watching Big Brother, Niger. So there was this lady, her name was Batomi or Wathomi yes. And she said something about her being pregnant without penetration.
Okay.
So she said, no, but the guy did not penetrate me. This is my miracle child. That's when I took notice. So I'm not the only one. I thought I was crazy. I was mad. These things, they didn't go inside. They were just here. So I don't know how I fell pregnant. Really, I don't know. And I didn't understand. I fell pregnant kanjani, because I remember, man. And then sometimes I would convince myself, maybe I was too tired. Maybe he did penetrate me. You understand? Maybe I was too tired because I was fighting. But then again, how come I feel the pain? How come I feel anything entering more? So until I heard that lady talk about that, that's when I said, okay, so it's possible for you to fall pregnant. And then I started researching. Even
tell us about it, actually.
I don't have information. But yesterday, I researched again, saying, you know what, if you are going to talk about this, you need to know it is there, it is possible. So I searched again yesterday, saying, if I'm going to talk about this, I need to know really it's happening. Because I can't have people crucifying me for something that is not there.
Yeah.
So I went and researched. And then it is there.
What does it?
It's rare. But apparently, the sperms will just run inside.
Okay.
They will go inside and run and go wherever they're supposed to go. So without the thing getting inside.
So maybe the thing will be just at the
Yes,
beginning.
at the tip of at the entrance.
Yeah.
And then the sperms will just go up there. So that's what happened. That's what happened.
Ke setse bjano nna ke setse ke re Mary, Mother of Jesus, the Christian di tlo mpolaya.
That's exactly what I called myself. I got pregnant by the Holy Spirit because I didn't understand.
Oh wow! So it happened to someone even in Big Brother. She was explaining her
She was
story.
explaining it. I think it was 2021.
Mm-hmm.
That was when I started like, okay. So I was not crazy all these years. And that's why the guy was laughing when I went to him.
Or no, I didn't do anything.
That's what he said. And I was lost. Because I didn't understand the language back then.
Oh wow!
So that's why he said to me, go and look for your baby daddies. You know, baby daddy.
Lena, he knew that I didn't do.
I didn't do. Like, I didn't. But so, Kanti, that's why I called my daughter an angel. Because, first of all, the way she came and the purpose that she was serving in my life, she saved me many, many, many times. Many times.
Hi, your story is so unique.
Yo.
Guys, if you know anything about what she's, and I'm glad that, people will just be dragging you and saying you are lying. But when you are putting reference to someone that we do have reference, you can search Big Brother Niger and whatever, you hear that lady speaking about a similar story. Not the same story, but that she fell pregnant without penetration.
Yes. And imagine all these years I couldn't talk about it.
Yes.
Because I thought, no man, people will say I'm crazy. There's no such.
And people will also think you're protecting the guy.
You understand? But now my baby looks like him. And he loved my daughter.
The baby even looks like him, so get his mutsagare.
But I was still a vision. I was still a vision.
Sure. So now you actually have the actual sexual intercourse for the first time when your daughter is like 1.
1 year, 2 months. 1 year, 2 months.
Then you can feel like more years.
With the same guy. With the same guy. Now I can feel, okay, this is how it's supposed to be. Because now it took him like time for him to come inside, like to penetrate. It took him time because, I don't know if I should explain in details, but I was crying literally, like baby scream. I would wait, do not scream. But then I have a daughter with you. I have a child with you. But this is the first time seeing this thing or you trying to put this thing on me.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, I'm sure Lena, maybe he's just believing you because the child looks like him, but he doesn't believe that you never slept with anyone that gave you the child.
Maybe because truly speaking, he loved my daughter dearly.
Is he still alive?
Yes, he's still alive. We still talk.
Oh,
we still talk.
Does he have a relationship with your daughter?
My daughter passed away, but yes, they did have a good relationship.
What happened to your daughter? You never planned to speak about your daughter.
Oh, she passed away 2022.
What happened?
Growing up, she was suffering from headache. Yes, she was suffering from a migraine. And then, when she was 13, I took her to a doctor. And they said she will never have kids. She will never have kids because her periods were not stable. Okay. She will just see her periods once a year, So they said, no, do not expect her to have kids. So we lived with that. And then 2022, she was 23.
Oh, wow.
Yes, she was now 23 years old, a graduate, an honest graduate. She was doing great.
Sure, man.
The first person to go to university in my
family.
Your family. Yes. And I was so proud. I was a very proud mom. So now she fell pregnant.
Oh, shame.
She fell pregnant. And I asked her, how? You're pregnant. And she said to me, no, how can I be pregnant? Because I thought your doctor said, now I will never have kids. So which pregnancy are you talking about? Fine, she was pregnant. And then she gave birth. 3 weeks later, it was around, it was 5 to 3 in the morning. She came to my bedroom, from their bedroom to mine, and then she was holding
The baby.
the baby. She said to me, she woke me up and said to me, I have a headache, but please take this baby. And I took the baby, and I said to her, sit down on the floor, on the ground, sit here. And otla ema o so fila better. Then she sat there. And I took the child. So now the baby is like, he's crying. Ne? And I'm like, man, mufe.
Letswele.
I ka mo kamore ya bona. Ke msala morao. When you got there, ke be ngwana fatshe. Now I'm trying to give her attention because I can see that she's not okay.
Struggling.
Yes. So ke beya ngwana fatshe. Ke nka yena, ke mo beya mo, ne? Okay, those were her last words. Orona Tshidi, ke tshwere ke hlogo. Ke re ko tlale metsi. I remember saying ko tlale metsi, ne? Then after saying that, I think gore le nna ke kgalile, or I don't know what happened. But for that 2 seconds or 2 minutes or whatever, like ke kgalile for that minutes, or I don't even know. Then as I was sleeping, I saw Leana or next to me. Ne? I saw a soul. I don't know whether to call it a soul or what, but it was a white man. But this white man was made of a smoke. Ne? So I saw a white man coming out of her. Then this white man, onali urwetsi ntho ka reng katiba, ne? It's katiba se bitswang body tops. And he's like an old man. O tswa mo mmeleng wa hae, ne? Wa tswa so. O kena mmeleng wa ngwana, ne? Then I woke up and then ka mo sisinya so ke re Sandy. And then she said, oh, you're still alive. Ne? So that was the first time ke bona ntho e jwalo, ne? And then, okay, we slept. Lungwanaka. She never woke up. In the morning, she was busy squeezing us, but not talking in the language that we all understand. She was using the language that nobody understood. I called my mom, I called my sister, my 2 sisters. They all came. And then Maba Figalana, they're like, Zandile, Baba. She's responding. But now she's using the language that no one is understanding. How am I understand this language? And busy, or if body hack, like, what is squeezer? What is squeezer? Then I took her to the hospital. I reached the hospital. They said to me, "Kopalo mlatela kobo, because wa hatsela." Oben, kiraman moto wa hatsela jong. Bara I mlatela kobo hai. I just feel like. As soon as ke kena mo taxi ba mfonela bara. She's no more. She's no more. So I believe Zandi came in this world just to protect me. Because now I was wild. I became wild after the whole thing, after separating with
your husband.
No, the father.
Okay, the father.
I became wild because I became wild. Again, like I spoke about, but I think the thing that made me to be wild, it's the second rape. And when I was raped for the second time.
By the father?
No, it was not by the father. This time it was by a policeman.
No.
Yes, I was raped, more Boxback.
Okay.
So I did my matric, got a job. I didn't go to any college or university or what.
Yeah.
I went and looked for a job. Then I got a job. I started working. So as I was working, I separated with the father. Now I'm with another guy. So this guy, Liana one ali toxic he loved me. That guy loved me. But the problem was he was so controlling and manipulative and abusive in a way, not physically, but he was abusive because emotionally, because sometimes like he will just take a taxi, and you take 2 taxis to get to my workplace. He will take a taxi to my workplace, get in there, I feel like a sweet, and then pay more tilinyaka. And I'm like, but what all the way? No, oh my God.
You
You understand? So And then he got some other girl pregnant.
Is he the policeman?
No, he got this girl pregnant and whatever. So I decided to leave him. And I said, you know what? Because now you are busy making people pregnant while you are with me. Sharp. So this one time, I get and I rentile my own place. I do mo RDP house. Then mo RDP kantle honale mukuku. So this guy lena ona batla ho ntshisetsa ka montlong ne. Yes, onkile cologne. I dipula di cologne tsana le tsona ka fela I ditela and then I lied, ne? So as we were fighting,
this is the policeman.
No, this is still
the
boyfriend, the ex-boyfriend. Ne? I'm getting to the policeman, but I want you to understand first or
context.
Yes. So this guy I tell him cologne I lied, ne? O latelang because ke raksa batla and I di batla bona mo haka anymore. So ska hlotse o tla ne. Kanti as I lied le jwalo. The lady adulang ka mo mkhukhung. Ilela around boma 9 in the morning. So the lady adulang ka mkhukhung. O khutla tseleng. O ro lebetse khia ke tsebe loko ya khi nentseng. So had that lady maybe had she not come back. Ne re tshella ka montlong. Ha fitla that lady a lebetse loko ya hae mole. And then the house is already on fire. Ne? That lady I feel like mati. And then the guy abawa fell at chamu. Ne? Naka escape. Then after I think 3 days, he decided, all right, again, let me join my friend. Kinale friend dulanko Boxback. Let me just join her, go back to Boxback and start afresh. Ne? Kitla mo Jobek, mo Boxback. Then friend there's a place called Boma and then Bahira and what. I went there and Baron no, come back the other time. So I don't know my way coming back.
Yeah.
And then who am I this police car? I feel like I'm a pelaka. Abutele kiki, muta ewan kamwar. I don't know ya guy. Kirino kibatana li pleke so jalahle but I can't find my way back. I don't know. I have a lot of dijo. More stationing. And then after that, I will take you more yante. The guy is taking me to the more hissing more he's taking me there. He took me to that haze and then locked me inside. For the whole 4 days, he was busy raping me for the whole 4 days. And there were dogs like mojarting. I can't like this big. But whenever he goes out to a locker, and then he will only come back, and you can tell because and you can tell and he did say until now the dogs were barking. The dogs were always there by the door, barking, and then so I can scream
Why was I going to scream?
I and then I scream and and what if the dogs and this guy is a policeman. He's a policeman. He's a police officer. So and then man, but the dogs didn't just had to stop. And then I think I'll just like before. But no man, something is
wrong.
If I remember correctly.
Yeah.
But tepo bulamu ne babu Africans abule tepo. I don't know. I'm with my girlfriend. So I'm with my girlfriend. I started crying. I cried. Then this lady, I don't know. That's why so because when you keep changing women, no, you better make sure this girl what's am I today. That guy gave me, I think he gave me 40 rand and drop a mom taxi rank and drop a more taxi rank. So
so that is what hurt you the most.
Yes, that's what hurt me the most.
Then you changed.
Changed. I became, I don't know whether to call it sex edit or what.
Okay.
But I became that person who says, Bashimani, they take it. Whether you give it to them or not, they will take it. So I decided to give it. whoever wanted to sleep with me, it's okay, let's do it. I will just do it. Sometimes I couldn't even sleep. I will just call random guys and say, how about there's something? Let's do it. Because you're fun. And Footy, I think, this one hurts me. I think the thing, Kore, if you were looking at me, I will think, Kore, you're just looking at the object that you can use. You understand? So, I think that's what changed me. And then later on, a friend, like my neighbor, said to me, Ola nkopa gore ke mo feletse ne. Re me ba hena mo go mme, a re e feletse. We went there, re isa di pillowcase. A re fihla mole, ga dula, yena o popular with the place, nna a ke tsebi that place. Ke Everton le yona still, but a ke popular le yona ne. Ha re fihla mole, ka bo ha ke na tšhelete palama. Vele ke feleditse wena kere, and we're going back together anyway. So late ka bo ma 7, ke batla go tsamaya. The lady is nowhere to be found. O tsamaile le a ke tsebe some boyfriend or whatever. Excuse me, o tsamaile ne. Ha thola la ke na tšhelete palama. And then monga ntlo e mo re tlileng teng a ra e bathong. Nna ke bosiyo. Iponeng go tswa le jwang. So ha re ipona go tswa le jwang. Ke tswa le this guy. This guy Lena wanted to rape me. That was the first time when Hana think no, you're not going to do that to me. You are not you again. This guy.
I'm older now, you can't.
I'm older now, you can't. But now it's Halwana Lena Mshmano mo mikukun somewhere. Ralwana le Mshmanona until Ahawana Linar. No, you can go. Mebana be too, Mara still or Koshekaring it's around past 1.
But currently, are you okay now that you are relating your story?
Now I am okay.
Yeah.
I'm fine now. I think that's why my daughter left me. Because I'm at a better place. I'm at a better place.
Yeah. So guys, don't worry. She has so many stories. Like her life is just full of How did you survive that? Because I also want to go deep into your life when you were just seeing yourself as a sex object, and giving out yourself to men and stuff like that. You can save a lot of women that are maybe currently faced with that. And this is because of things that happened to you, So guys, we're going to have part 2. We're definitely going to bring our Tshidi back in the studio, and take this moment to subscribe so that you don't miss Tshid's part 2. It won't follow right after because we'll have to book her again, but it's definitely coming. And just comment there if you're really, really, really looking forward to the part 2. Thank you so much, Tshidi.
Thank you for having me, as promised.
Thank you so much, guys. Take this moment to subscribe. Tshidi and myself will see you in a couple of next episodes. Bye.